Hi and welcome, it's Annette here, and today we're going to be looking at how to find keywords to use on your website. So the first thing I want you to do is go to your local Google search page. So in Australia that's google.com.au, and type in Google keywords or keyword tool. You can see it comes up there, Australia, and it's the first in the results there. So click on that. And what comes up is, first of all, you'll get a security check. This is a little captcha thing, so just put in those. That's so that it knows that you're not a machine, you're an actual person. Let's do this exercise based on, say, a fencing contractor. So over here, you're going to put in some words and phrases that you think people might use to find or search online for a fencing contractor. So it could be fencing contractor, it could be fences, it could be fence builder. What else? Build a fence. So there's, maybe we'll put in fencing as well. So there's several keywords that you think people might use. The other thing that you can do is, if you've got a website, say on fencing, you could put in your domain name there, and that'll come up with keyword ideas based around the words that you've already got on your website. But at this point, we're going to be looking for words. So they're the words or phrases that we'll look for. And then under advanced options, just make sure that you've got Australia and English ticked. You want all keyword ideas, and you can filter the keywords by a number of different factors. Let's look for local monthly searches. We're interested in who's searching in Australia each month, and let's limit it to keywords that generate more than, say, 50 searches a month. So we'll put in 50 there. So this sign here, greater than or equal to 50, will mean that we won't get all the really obscure terms that you're really not interested in. So click search, and up will come a whole bunch of keywords. So you've got a range of columns across the top here. First thing that you need to do to make it easier would be to customize those views. You want to take out global. You're not really interested in what they're searching for in other countries for this particular topic. You might be for a product or a service that you've got that has global appeal. Like if you've written a book, or you've got some sort of website that sells things around the world. But at this point, we're interested in the local monthly searches in Australia, local search trends, perhaps the estimated average cost per click if you decided you were going to do Google AdWords advertising. Yep, that should just about do it. So click Save, and what we get up now is, let's click on this, local monthly searches, and sort that into the most popular at the top. So you can see that within Australia, every month, and this is based on what happened last month, so it's always quite regular and up to date. In Australia, 450,000 people search on the term fencing every month. That's a lot, isn't it? That is got a lot of competition. So what that means is there's a lot of websites that use the term fencing in their AdWords or within their website. And if you were to use Google AdWords advertising, the cost per click would be round about $1.47. So that's quite high. But as we scroll down the page, and I'll just make this page a little smaller so we can see that. So you can see the estimated cost per click there on the right hand side. As we scroll down the page, we see fences, pool fencing, fencing contractors. Now that gets a lot of traffic in, this is per month, so it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September and November. And the estimated cost per click would be $1.30. That's quite high as well. These estimates aren't necessarily a true reflection of what you'd be paying. There's a lot more to take into consideration when you put up Google AdWords as to how much you'd end up paying. But the exercise today is simply to find popular keywords that you can then put into your website to start making it keyword rich. And this is all part of the search engine optimization process. So you would want to make sure that you had the words fencing, fences, pool fencing if you do that, wire fencing if you do that, fencing contractors, fencing supplies, wire fence. So there's a whole range of great keywords that you probably didn't even think about including within the copy on each of your pages in your website. Going right down, see fencing contractor without the S is way down. There's only 1,300 people a month search on that term, but fencing contractors with the S is 12,000. So you'd want to make sure that if you did have that term in there, that it was fencing contractors that you had, not fencing contractor. So this tool tells you quite a lot. It's a very useful tool. The next thing that you can do once you've got this information is you could print this page out so that you've got those words there to put onto your site, or make sure that you build them into the words on your site. The other thing that you can do is use a tool called Traffic Travis. I'm going to show you this. Traffic Travis, and I have a link to it in this lesson. It's a bit of free software that you can download, and there's also a paid version of it. This is a really good tool for having a look at, or finding some more keywords and having a look at sites that feature these keywords. So I've put in here, well, let's just put in fencing contractors Brisbane I put in, but you could put in Sydney. It doesn't really make any difference, because if you look at the keywords that have come down under here, there isn't one in there for fencing contractors Brisbane. So it's looked at all sorts of permutations. Well, there is right down the bottom. No one's searched on that today. This is a daily search count, by the way. So this will give you some more ideas perhaps than what you got from the Google keyword tool, because it also shows up searches in Yahoo and MSN. So you've got the combined totals over there. So if I was looking to generate some keywords, I could put in garden fence, move to saved, and start building privacy fence. Start building a list over here on the right hand side of all the words that you think you might use within your website. And this is a really easy way to do it, rather than have to print this page and read them all off. Electric fencing, you know yourself what words that you want to use. Fence installation, that's something we didn't think of. And then once you've done that, you can export that list as a CSV file, which is a format that you can then bring into Excel. And you've got them all there, and you've got all the numbers there as well. So you can see which are the most popular. So you would make sure that you had the word garden fencing in there within your website several times if once you started to write all the copy for your website. SEO analysis. Now this is quite interesting. I've put in the phrase fence contractors within Australia. I wanted the top 20 results, and this is what it gave me. This showed me all the websites that use that phrase, that key phrase, fence contractors, and it tells me quite a bit about these particular sites. So the leading one, of course, is well, there's a lot of different ways of determining which is the leading one, but PageRank is a really good indicator, because that's the Google PageRank, and this is a ranking that Google assigns to websites depending on quite a wide range of factors that they build into their algorithm. And the higher your number, then the better the higher the ranking number, the better that the site has of showing up in the first page of Google for search terms. So it's always rated on between 0 and 10. And it's very hard to get above about 5. It's the really, really massively big sites will be quite high up, but you're doing well if you get a 3 or a 4. So Yellow Pages is up there for fencing contractors. It's been up for 13 years. It has 0 backlinks for that page, but the whole site has got 61,000 backlinks. That means that there's 61,000 sites throughout the world, websites, who link into the Australian Yellow Pages site. Okay, let's have a look at, say, McNamara Fencing. Now they're doing very well. They've got PageRank of 4. It's been up for 7 years. They've got 55 backlinks coming into the site. Go back to that, and by now you should have printed out this list if you are a fencing contractor, and start using that to write the copy on your site. Now, of course, no matter what sort of business that you're in, this is how you would go about putting in the words or phrases that you think people would search on, and then seeing what phrases people are actually using to search for businesses within your industry, and take a note of those and start using them on your website. I hope that explains it, and we'll move on now to more information with search engine optimization and choosing keywords.